What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Crashblade Gaming. I am your host, Crash, and today we're taking a look at a new EX from Obsidian Flames in Clefable EX, which is like a sneaky good card. It brings back a single prize deck that we used to have back in a couple of old sets ago, and I think it's pretty good. So let's go ahead and roll into the Pokemon question of the day. Welcome back to the Pokemon question of the day, and man, we have some winners today. So, which Pokemon card has an ability that limits your opponent's bench spaces to 3? And if you're like everybody that commented, you went ahead and guessed Glimmora EX. So that puts the winners to Tommy House getting first place. You were the first person to comment the correct answer, which breaks the tie. I believe everybody has 2 points, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, everybody has 2 points. So that means that Danilo, you are in second place. And Linked Hawkins, that gives you third place. And you know what? I'm feeling generous, so all 3 of you will win some prizes. I will go ahead and send you those code cards at some point after this video gets released. So be expecting that on Twitter, which will be awesome. So congratulations to all 3 of you for guessing all 3 correct questions in this rapid fashion of Pokemon Questions of the Day. So without further ado, let's reset all the points and start over and get into this video's question, which is, which Pokemon EX card can hit 220 damage to any of your opponent's Pokemon? Go ahead and put your answer in the comment section down below. And remember, if you're new here, go and subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoy the content. And also, you win prizes if you guess the Pokemon question of the day. Quick reminder, you just need to guess the correct answer to the question. You get yourself a point. The first person to 3 points will win the first place prize. In the case of tie, like there was in this scenario, the first person to answer the question correctly will get that third point to be able to have the tiebreaker. But you just need 3 points, and you get a point every time you answer a question, so just participate if you want to. Totally up to you. But anyways, let's go get into the deck list. Clefable EX is a 260 HP Stage 1 Psychic Pokemon with awesome ability and attack here. We have the ability Lunar Zone. All of our Pokemon that have a Psychic Energy attached have no retreat cost, and Wondrous Moon for 3 Psychic Energy does 170 damage, but we can also move any amount of Psychic Energy from your Pokemon to your other Pokemon in any way you like, so we can spread our energy out, which is pretty awesome. So how are we making this Clefable EX a viable deck? Well, it evolves from Clefairy, and Clefairy is a pretty good Pokemon. 60 HP basic Psychic Pokemon, but it has the ability Moon Watching Party. Once during our turn, if this Pokemon is in the active spot for each of our bench Clefairy, we can search our deck for a Psychic Energy and attach it to that Clefairy. So, if we have 4 Clefairy in play, 1 will be in the active, 3 on the bench, we get to accelerate 3 Psychic Energies to the bench Clefairies. And then the attack Wonderstorm synergizes perfectly with that for 3 colorless energy. We do 20 more damage for each Psychic Energy attached to all of your Pokemon. And I didn't put this in the deck, but you could play Reversal Energy with this as well. So give that a try. Reversal Energy might do something good here. So we also have 1 copy of Manaphy. We're also playing a pair of Lunatone with the New Moon ability, Moon theme here. If you have a Solrock, you play prevent all effects of any stadium done to your Pokemon in play. So Path to the Peak doesn't work. What else doesn't work? Collapse Stadium doesn't work. And I believe Pokemon Center headquarters, I believe, makes it so that our Clefairies need 1 more energy to attack. Also doesn't work. And then we have a cool Solrock with the Sun Energy ability, allowing us to attach a Psychic Energy card from our discard pile to one of your Lunatones. And then we can move the energy with Clefable's attack off of that Lunatone to one of our other attackers. We also have 1 copy of Squawkabilly EX here just to help us set up. It's really important we get all the Clefairies turn 1 as we can. So we play down the Squawkabilly, we discard our hand and draw 6. And then we can't use it anymore, but the Motivate attack also can come in handy if you ever find yourself using it. You need 1 energy, does 20 damage, but you get to put 2 basic energies back into play, which can be relevant sometimes. We're also playing 1 copy of Wyrdeer V, the weirdest of deers, with the Front Tier Road ability, allowing us to move energies onto this Pokemon as many as we like, as long as this Pokemon moves from the bench to the active spot. Sky Shield Bash does 40 damage for each energy attached to this Pokemon. So basically you need half the energy to attack with this one as a Clefairy would to get a one-shot. That's why Wyrdeer is in here. We're playing 4 copies of Battle VIP Pass to help us set up 2 Energy Recyclers. I think we're playing 2 copies of Escape Rope, 1 Heavy Ball to help us get the Clefairies out of the prize cards, 4 Nest Ball, 1 Rescue Carrier, 1 Super Rod, or is it 2? It is 1 Super Rod. Super Rod's not as important as Energy Recycler because sometimes your Wyrdeer gets KO'd with like 7 energies on it, so you need that Recycler. 2 copies of Switch, 4 copies of Switch Cart. And we're playing 2 copies of Artazon to help us set up our deck with more consistency as well. So this is almost like a Lost Zone deck, except you're accelerating energy. We have a bunch of switching cards in here so that we can do something about all of that stuff. And then we have 2 Boss's Orders, 2 copies of Bruno. Haven't seen Bruno in a while, but it fits well in this deck. It is a single prize deck after all. 2 copies of Iono, 4 researches, 1 Thorton. Thorton is great in this deck. If your Wyrdeer gets knocked out, but you still have a ton of energy in play, you can Thorton it back into play, just switch a Clefairy to a Wyrdeer, and boom, you're good to go. Or vice versa, if a Clefairy gets KO'd, or if your Wyrdeer survives, you can Thorton it into a Clefairy so that they only get 1 prize, and you still hit a ton of damage because it's all the energy in play. Thorton has some good uses in here as well. We are also playing 1 copy of Sky Seal Stone, pairs well with the Wyrdeer, of course. If we take a KO on a V-Star or V-Max, we get to take 1 more prize. That also can come in handy. Then we are playing 14 Psychic Energy. If you have all 14 Psychic Energy in play, Clefairy can do 280 damage, which KOs all V-Stars, I believe. Could be wrong, I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's all V-Stars, but anyways, that is the deck. There is one suggestion I'll make. Maybe try to fit a PAL pad in here. I have found times that I do have to discard the Thorton early because I'm trying to set up and I have to play Research or Squawk and Siege. Then I'd lose access to Thorton, so maybe play a PAL pad somewhere. Though this deck is kind of tight on space, you can also get away with not playing Lunatone Solrock as well and play a couple more stadiums and then play a PAL pad. So like you can up your Artazon count to 3, PAL pad to 1, and just kind of move some things around. Maybe you can get away with not playing Rescue Carrier as well and just play an additional Super Rod. But Rescue Carrier is nice because it brings it to your hand. So many different things you could do with this deck. But anyways, the deck list will be in the description down below. And hey, if you're new to the channel and you're down there checking out the deck list, just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't take you that much time at all. And if you enjoyed the content, go ahead and leave a like on the video. And without further ado, I'm stuttering here. Let's go watch this deck in action. Okay, not the best starting hand for our Clefairy deck, but we do have some stuff we can do. Maybe there's a Clefairy in the prizes. There's a Squawkabilly. Okay. Looks like we're going against Charizard, so we don't actually need Manaphy. So we can throw, well, do we need to play Lunatone in this one? Depends on what they're playing. So let's play Lunatone. Let's throw down the Squawk. We can attach to Clefairy. It's not going to get knocked out this turn. And let's go ahead and Squawk and see if we can get some more Clefairies into play. Perfect, we got Wyrdeer and a Clefable EX as well. We'll wait on the Solrock. Don't need to get the Solrock out just yet, because now we can go ahead and Moon Watching Party. Let's get these 2 energies and put them on our boys. And let's switch into the next Clefairy. And do another Moon Watching Party, and that'll be it for our turn. Hopefully we don't get Iono'd, because I can throw down the Wyrdeer, and then I can just research and play a Clefable as well. And give all of our guys a free retreat. So that'd be pretty sick. We're going to do the Moon Watching Party first, and then have our free retreat. They played on Artazon. Perfect for us. That gets, well, hold on now. We don't want to get out that last Clefairy. Just, well, maybe we do. Definitely think we do. We will get out the last Clefairy. To be honest, it might be worth bossing up the Arceus. 20 damage for each Psychic Energy we got. 20 plus or 20 times? 20 times. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. I can put... Oh, they double up on the Arceus. Okay. Double up on the Arceus, they double up on the Pidgeys. So then maybe we go after Charmander? We're going to retreat into the Celebrations Mew. Them having double Arceus makes it a little difficult, and double Pidgey. So maybe we do go after the Charmander. Because we can definitely KO Charmander. Unless they have Rare Candy Charizard this turn, they won't have a good way to power up the Arceus. Battle VIP Pass is useless. Let's go ahead and play the Artazon here. I think we're going to go after the Charmander. Alright. Let's go with some Moon Watching Party. We get 3 energies into play. And then we evolve the active into Clefable. Retreat into Clefairy. And we do another Moon Watching Party, getting out some more energies. And now we boss. KO the Charmander. So they can't get themselves a Charizard going. We get a prize. They're probably not going to be able to KO us next turn. Heavy Ball. Oh, we already played the Heavy Ball. Which is actually quite unfortunate. I do want them to KO. Bummer. I actually do want them to KO because that way I can use Wyrdeer. But I think we want to save Wyrdeer. I don't even know if we're going to use our research. Maybe we'll get Iono'd. The Artazon for another Charmander. Ultra Ball's going to get them their Arceus. Maybe they'll go into a Pidgeot this turn. So they can set themselves up for next turn. They might grab an Iono too. I would not hate if they gave us an Iono. That way I can save the Wyrdeer. The weirdest of deers. Because I think we're going to need Wyrdeer to one-shot a Charizard EX. That definitely got Rare Candy Pidgeot. Which is fine. Decisions. Maybe I shouldn't have played down the Lunatone. I know that they play Artazon, but my build plays Pokemon League Headquarters, I believe. Oh, they're gonna... Oh, okay. That's fine. That's cool. That means I can throw down the Wyrdeer. That means I might KO this Pidgeot EX. This does 40 times. 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. Not quite enough. Let's go with this one. But it's almost there. An Escape Rope, we don't want to play that. Let's do Wyrdeer. Let's go ahead and Moonwatching Party. We'll get an Energy into play. And then we can research. Okay, Super Rod's good. Let's go ahead and Super Rod back in Clefairy, double Energy. Okay, hold on. 40 times. 4, 8, 12, 16, 200, 240, 280. Just enough. We can retreat into Wyrdeer. And then Frontier Road all of the energy onto the Wyrdeer. I believe that's enough for a KO. 280, perfect. Let's go ahead and attach to the Clefable. And then boom. Hit the Pidgeot for 280, take the KO. The only way they have a response now is if they get Charizard this following turn, and they've already used their V-Star power. They have no Pidgeot, and they have only 2 cards in hand, and we just drew a boss. So bossing up that Charmander seems good. Go up with these Celebrations Mew here. We also have Thorton, which is a little bit of a bummer because I put Clefairy back into play. But Thorton would be nice. But we can start building up again. Half hit the Charizard if we need to. If they're able to get a Charizard, they do get a Rare Candy. Do they have Charizard in hand? They have an Energy for the Charmander. They have Iono, get rid of Rare Candy. We lose our hand, that's okay. We had only an Energy in there. That was kind of important research, maybe. We get an Iono of our own. Not too bad. Ooh, they got a Radiant Charizard, but they already attached an Energy for a turn. It does allow us not to boss, though. A little unfortunate. So we get off the top deck, and our opponent concedes, and we just smack Charizard in the face and say, get out of here. Okay, it looks like we're going up against a Gardevoir deck here. See how the Psychic Pokemon can battle this one out. Our opening hand isn't the greatest. They open up with the Battle VIP Pass. I want to open up with the Battle VIP Pass. That would be great, but we have a Nest Ball that could get us a Squawkabilly, which is probably what we're going to go for, so that I can hopefully get some more Clefairies in play. We don't need Manaphy in this matchup. Boss's Orders can come in handy, but not necessary either. And what's also nice is we are mainly a single prize deck. We do have 2 prizers that can get KO'd, But we can trade a single prize for a single prize, which is nice against Gardevoir, because Gardevoir does have the single prize attackers. But we'll see which kind of Gardevoir build we're going up against. They don't have the Zacian. Well, no, they still have it. Okay. We top deck the Squawkabilly. Okay, let's go ahead and throw that down. Let's Nest Ball for a Clefairy then. Lunatone Solrock might come into play. It's hard to tell what stadiums get played here. Let's attach to the active. And then I could use the Switch Cart, but I don't want to. I want to get more Clefairies before I do Moonwatching Party. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and Moonwatching Party here. Get a couple energies into play. Switch. Gonna try to get as many energies into play this turn as I can, simply because I don't have another supporter to go into. Okay. It's a bunch of energies. Got them out the deck. We got 2 in hand. We have Clefable in our hand too, which is nice. Ooh, we could take a KO this turn. That doesn't seem like a bad shout. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's Wonderstorm for 100. Take a KO on a route. Early KO is nice. We can, if we don't get KO'd, we can evolve into a Clefable as well and start taking KOs that way. Battle VIP Pass. You're a turn too late there, buddy. So what we could do is we can evolve one of the Clefairies on the bench. They do get a Gardevoir though. That's going to be kind of an issue. They can get another energy. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one to deal with. They do put down a Kirlia as well, which is actually good. That's a 2 retreat cost. That'll put some damage counters on that Kirlia. So we like to see that. Oh, okay, energy onto the Kirlia. And the last card is an Iono. Don't mind the Iono. We'll get 5 cards here. Okay. Heavy Ball's useless. Bruno's okay, but we can do research this turn. So we might end up getting attacked by the Gardevoir, which isn't too bad. Cresselia can do some work for them as well. But they can do 60 damage. And we're going to have to build up some energies very quickly here. They do have to spread out. How many energies do they have in discard? 3. So 1, 2, 3. They have just enough. Well, I guess the retreat does count as well. But the nice thing is they do have to put damage on the Gardevoir, which makes its HP a little bit... Well, just kidding. Cresselia takes all the damage off, I forget. So they are going to be able to return KO. Which isn't too bad. See if they KO. They should KO the active here. They do. That's fair. Got a bunch of energies in the discard. Hopefully our top deck is a good card. We'll see. Wyrdeer. Okay, I don't want to research away the Wyrdeer, so we're going to throw the Wyrdeer down. So I don't want a Bruno. Let's go ahead and Moonwatching Party a couple of Pokemon. Energies into play. That way we have an attacker. And then we can go ahead and play the research once the game loads. Okay. Let's go ahead and Switch Cart into this guy. Moonwatching Party. Alright, so we got all the energy out of the deck. We could hit for 120 now. Gardevoir hits 190. Clefable can take a hit from Gardevoir. So I think we're going to evolve into Clefable here. Attach energy. And then do a Wondrous Moon. Taking the KO on the Cresselia. Taking another prize. Let's move these onto the Wyrdeer for now. I think that'll work. Kind of makes Wyrdeer a little bit of a target, and I want to make Wyrdeer slightly a target. We have a Thorton play that we can do. Artazon doesn't really help us, so we're not going to play that. We'll see what our opponent's able to do this turn. They probably are playing the Zacian build since there's a Cresselia. Zacian does have the ability to kill us, and I also think Gardevoir, the baby Gardevoir, also has the ability to kill us. But I don't think they have enough energy in the discard. They only have 4. There's the Zacian. Unfortunately, we don't have a boss in our hand. Boss would be great. We also need to find our Energy Recycler and Super Rods. I should have played the Heavy Ball to see what was in my prizes. Should have, but I didn't. Let's see, we've got 5 energy in the discard now. It's a very tricky matchup here. They attach to the Zacian. They can attach 5 more. Is that enough? I don't think so. I think that's only 210. I think that's only 210 damage. Be great if I top deck like a boss's orders. I can definitely go into Wyrdeer and KO like the Gardevoir or the Zacian. That would be sick. They do have an Ultra Ball though. They might get here. Discard Manaphy and Sky Seal Stone. Okay, that's not another energy. It is the Shining Arcana Gardevoir, which does not have enough damage with only 5 in the discard. Ooh, they hit an energy though. How many? That is the question. How many energy do they hit? Just hit 1, okay. They haven't. I don't think they've played a supporter this turn yet either. They definitely have not. It's getting really close. This one's getting really, really iffy. Don't know if they have like a research or an Iono. I don't mind if they Iono us. I don't think. Well, kind of. I lose my free retreat. Don't have energy in the deck either, so I need to find Recycler or Rod. Preferably Recycler right now. Okay, they're Psychic Embracing. That tells me they might not have much. Oh, they're going to... Okay. It's only attached to this Pokemon, right? Oh, they're retreating the Gardevoir. Okay. Then... You don't have enough, or you do? 5 times 3 is 15, plus 60 is only 210, right? Well, we'll see if I can do math. Oh, they have 2 more energies. Oh no. That should be enough. Dang it. They did have 2 more energies. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll go up with Clefairy here. We know we don't have energy in the deck unless I top deck something crazy. Do not. Let's go ahead and use the ability though. I want to see what we got. And they concede. We were going to be Gardevoir, I guess. What's going on? We'll take that one too. Going up against Lost Box, and they let us go first. Ooh, top decking Clefairy is great. Let's go and throw that down. Let's Battle VIP Pass here. Get down double Clefairy. Actually, very Squawkabilly might be the better thing. But getting rid of Boss and Thorton Research. Yeah, whatever. Let's do that. Let's attach to the active and go ahead and Squawk and Seize. I know we lose Thornton. Maybe I should put a Pal Pad in. I guess we got an Artazon here. We did get Sky Seal Stone, so we can take a prize on the Giratina. Hopefully Artazon stays in play for next turn too, so I can put down Manaphy. Let's go ahead and retreat into Clefairy and get this Moon Watching party going. I should check if I have Wyrdeer in the deck. I do. Okay. Let's go ahead and attach these. We know the deal here. We're going to skip Eropy into a new one. Moon Watching Party as well. Unfortunately, we might have to discard the Sky Seal Stone. I just thought about this right now. Would be quite the bummer if we have to do that. Guess we end the turn here. If our opponent is able to take out the active Clefairy, that's okay. We have Super Rod, and that'll put back everything that we would lose. Wonder if we play Solrock in this matchup. I don't think we do. This is Arctina, so maybe not. Maybe they're not going to do... This isn't the Lunatone engine. So I think we have a pretty good matchup against Lunatone Giratina. It might come to the case where I also just hold the hand. Ooh, would have been nice if they played Iono. Would have been great. Why did they Ultra Ball for Bidoof? They could have used Artazon. Escape Rope. I'll just give them the other Clefairy that has 1 energy on it. Because I don't mind losing Clefairy. They could have double turbo here. We do get Iono'd. I like this Iono. That keeps my Rod, my Recycler, and my Sky Seal Stone. There is Solrock and a Heavy Ball to get out the last Clefairy. There's the double turbo. Unfortunately, unless we top deck like a... Now we don't have to use Artazon for Manaphy. Don't think we're going to need Solrock, but Solrock's in here just in case. We don't like things like Collapse Stadium or the Pokemon Center, one that makes the basic Pokemon's attack 1 more, which sometimes actually doesn't matter. They are spreading out the energies on the Giratinas, which is fine. A Bruno. Okay, let's go ahead and play the Heavy Ball because that's where the last Clefairy is. What else is in here? One of our Clefables is prized and an energy. And actually, the rest of the prizes we don't really care about. Okay. We're doing 80 right now. Let's go ahead and Moonwatch Party. I wonder if we can get the KO on this Arceus. 1, 2, and 3. $140. If I add 3 more, that'd be $160, $180, $200. Ugh, so I am gonna have to do like a escape rope play. I think. Let's see. It's Moonwatching Party here. 3 more. I think that's gonna have to be the play. Because now we're only doing 200. That's not bad. We do have Boss actually, so yeah, let's escape rope. We have Boss. We can Bruno next turn. That's fine, because then we get KO'd. We have Rescue Carrier as well. Let's go on to Clefairy here, and then we can do another Moonwatching Party. And this will be enough to KO the Arceus. Just enough to KO the Arceus. 220. Let's do it. Boss up the Arceus. And Wonderstorm for 220. Boom. Bye-bye. 2 prizes. Let's hope one of these prizes is the Clefable. Clefable EX it is. Alright, and a Nest Ball that we don't need. Well, no, those prizes were insane. Nest Ball gets us Wyrdeer, which KOs a Giratina V-Star. Clefable gives us Free Retreat. Ooh, they did put that on there, though. They did put a V-Guard energy. So they do guard against Wyrdeer. And a Research, so we're keeping our hand. They could have Iono'd us! What? Ooh, Path. We are also susceptible to Path, so this is where... Oh, okay, Giratina is still that. Okay, we're gonna go up with this Clefairy. I lost Thorton, didn't I? I did lose my Thorton. Okay. We're gonna evolve. Trying to think, because Solrock makes it so we have abilities. But I can't use Wyrdeer yet. But we could hit... it could do some damage. But then we could also... Let's check the deck. We have one Artazon. Could hit the Artazon. Let's do it. Let's see if we can hit the Artazon. Don't need to play the Rescue Carrier yet. Let's go ahead and Bruno. Give us 7 cards. Give me the Stadium. We got the Stadium! Oh my gosh! Yes! Artazon it is. Okay. We retreat into the Wyrdeer, which does 40 times. So we're doing 40, 80, 120, 160, 200, V-Guard energy. That should be enough. I hope. It's not. It's not enough! I needed one more! Ah! I always do this, folks. I always do this. Can't do math. It's okay. And we don't have a supporter. We hit for 210. Oh, we had the KO there. Bummer. Well, we don't have a supporter. I don't have a way to get energy back. Put an energy onto the Giratina V. Path to the Peak is fine. We get judged. I don't care. That's fine. Judge is good. Maybe they don't find Giratina V-Star. We get our own Iono. Can throw away the Nest Ball. We have Switch Cart as well. They put down another Arceus. They might just retreat this Giratina, or they can shred us. I don't care. As long as we can... I might not even play Iono, to be honest. If we take this KO, I'm not going to play Iono. I think I just snuck by one here. They don't have the V-Star. They would have evolved it right away. Oh my gosh. How did I miscount? 4, 8, 12, 16, 200, 240, minus 30. Oh, I needed one more energy. They don't have it. Okay. And they're doing Abyss Seeking, which almost makes... Well, they have 5 cards in hand. Iono does get a little bit better with that Abyss Seeking. We do get to take the KO here. There's a Solrock. We're going to Iono. The rest of our hand is not great. Maybe they got stuff that they wanted, but now they don't. Okay, perfect. 5 energy in the discard. That's enough for our Energy Recycler. Let's do it. And can't move any energy around yet, so we'll just go ahead and Sky Seal Bash for 210. Take this KO. Take 2 more prizes. I think there's an energy in the prizes. I would love to have the energy. Let's go 3 and 4. Ooh, look at me. I'm calling my prizes, guys. Alright, there's that energy, which is good. That gives Clefable an attack. We also put energy back in, which is nice. And we can put down Solrock as well to stop this Path to the Peak from not giving us free retreat. There's the Arceus V-Star. They are going to be able to do their V-Star power this turn. No, they're not. They have Path in play, so V-Star doesn't really do them much. Double the barrel. Maybe we shouldn't have Iona'd them. Oh my goodness. They Iono us to 2, which is a little bit of a bummer. Because there goes the energy we had. And we're at 2. There's the energy. Okay. Guess we had another one. Ooh, they got Giratina V-Star. Now, we're not going to be able to quite KO this guy. And they're going to need a double turbo. Oh, they're going to need more than a double turbo to attack next turn. Alright, let's see what we top deck. Maybe we top deck like a Nest Ball, Research, something. How many supporters have we played? 1 Research, 1 Bruno, 1 Iono, and a Thorton. So we have a good amount of stuff in the deck still. Gonna go ahead and promote the Clefairy because we have Switch Cart. Oh, Sky Seal Stone. Hi. Go ahead and Moon Watching Party. Put that into play. Attach basic energy to Clefable. They can't do Star Requiem. They only have 4 cards in the Lost Zone. 4 energies in the Lost Zone. Oh my goodness. We can switch card into Clefable EX and go ahead and hit for 170. Say done. There's no way they could attack us because they have to, even if they play Mirage Gate, they have to get 3 more cards in the Lost Zone. If they want to do Star Requiem, they have to get 6 more cards in the Lost Zone. So the best thing they can do here is retreat into the Arceus or a barrel to tank a hit and start powering up the Giratina again. And we need to find a supporter ASAP. They can also boss trap one of my Pokemon as well. Which would be a little devastating. But here we are. These Ionos are hurting us. They've played 2. I wanted to play another one. Judges and Ionos. Lost Vacuum. That does get rid of Pat to the Peak. Okay. What can they grab? How can they win? Can definitely grab a boss. It puts another card in the Lost Zone, but I'm sure they don't play Mirage Gate. Puts 2 of their cards in the Lost Zone. And Iono goes away. That goes away. Puts them at 6. They need 4 more to get to the Star Requiem, but they're going to use Star Birth here, so we don't have to care about Star Requiem. Sky Seal Stone would have been great if we had found it, but it's fine. It's fine. Now, they could be preemptively trying to think what they can do. We didn't take a KO last turn, so Raihan doesn't do anything for them. Another Arceus. They can Trinity Charge. That's definitely something they can do. Okay. And then they play another path. That's fine. Boss's orders on Squawk. Okay. They're stalling. Ugh, I hope they don't have another boss. How many bosses have they played? One boss in their deck is pretty low. Oh, they might be able to turn this around. We may have run out of gas, folks. Unless we find a supporter, we may have run out of gas. Nest Ball coming down. Another Arceus is fine, whatever. They're just trying to thin. They need to find another boss. They have the retreat. Do they have the energy, though, to power up the Giratina? They've got 1 Psychic, 1 Grass in the discard. 2 Grass and 1 Psychic in the Lost Zone. 1 Psychic in play. They only accelerated 1 Psychic energy. There's a Nest Ball. Sort of helps. Now Path to the Peak doesn't matter. We can accelerate an energy to Lunatone. Pass the turn. Now Path doesn't matter on our Clefable, which is nice. We all have free retreat again. But we can't move the Squawkabilly because we don't have an energy to attach to it. It actually would have been awesome to attack with Squawkabilly to put some energies into play. Wouldn't have been too bad of a shout. Okay, they attach to the active. Do they have another Arceus V-Star? Ultra Ball, yeah, seems likely. How many double turbos do they have left? They must have 1 left, right? Raihan and Path go away. 1 double turbo in the discard. I believe there's 1 in the Lost Zone and there's 1 in play. So they do have 1 more. The Squawkabilly is going to go down. And I wonder if we can get enough energies in play for our Clefairies to take the KO here. It'd be super great if we could get a supporter off this top deck, like a Research or a Bruno. Squawk's going to get KO'd. We need to get some Clefairies back. Wait, do we prize a Clefairy? No, one's a Clefable. We need to get that 1 Clefairy back, so a supporter here would be fantastic. Super Rod backed in some energies, right? They did. That makes sense. That powers up the other V-Star. So technically, Clefable can take a hit. Path to the Peak doesn't hurt us. And we have free retreat. Okay. Let's go Clefairy. They could have a boss though. Top deck? We just top deck a Manaphy. That's it. 120. That's not anywhere close to what we need to do. I think we're going to end up losing this one. We just weren't able to draw any more supporters out of the deck, and I know we have plenty. Let's go up with Clefable. And Wondrous Moon. And that'll be game. They have Giratina powered up. They didn't power up the Arceus, which I thought they might have. But we just weren't able to draw into any of our supporters after the multiples of Ionos, and we've only played 3 of our draw supporters, which is insane. Ah, man, what a bummer. Close game, though, against Arctina. I think we have a good match. If we didn't just stall out with our supporters, we would have won this one. Maybe I should have checked the deck to see what was left. We had 20 cards left. And also Squawkabilly didn't get stuck, but, you know, that's to say the least of what happened. Darn it, so close. This deck it functions really well. Just sometimes the draws just kill you. But anyways, thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching Clefable EX in action, doing some work, giving some life to some Clefairies, and being able to do massive one-shots and just kind of survive and just deal with a lot of cards, which is pretty nice. If I do say so myself, I really like the deck. It's a fun deck to play, so go ahead and give it a try for yourself, and we'll see you next time on Crash Played Gaming.